Today we are going to be talking about philosophy and the office. What is philosophy? Philosophy is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. Socrates' apology. We're going to start off real strong. Stanley in the bottom right corner. I do not apologize unless I think I'm wrong, and if you don't like it, you can leave. I feel like this day and age, everyone wants to relate to a Stanley. Everyone feels like they need to be right about everything. If it's not done their way, you'll have them upset. But you have Socrates. Socrates, how you felt, O men of Athens, at hearing the speeches of my accusers. I cannot tell, but I know that their persuasive words almost made me forget who I was. Such was an effect of them, and yet they have hardly spoken a word of truth. And that's going to be bullet point number 1. It's in quotation. Heraclitus and Michael Scott, two men with different thoughts. Heraclitus asserted that the world exists as a coherent system in which a change in one direction is ultimately balanced by a corresponding change in another. Change is good. He says, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river and he is not the same man. But as you see, bottom left corner, Michael Scott says, too much change is not a good thing. Ask the climate. Heraclitus believed that everything was always changing and that everything is, but is not the same. So when Michael Scott makes the comment, too much change is not a good thing to ask the climate, I assume he believes that change is bad, while Heraclitus believes that change is good. Comparison of healthcare. Plato argued that immortality is to the soul what deceased is to the body. Plato argues that his argument was to answer those who thought morality is a set of social conventions and in that sense is contrary to nature. Bullet point number 3. While Dwight Schrute says, if you feel defeated, you will become defeated. Socrates, the real hero. Michael Scott says, I saved a life, my own. Am I a hero? I really can't say, but yes. Being described as a hero or being told that Socrates was brave and fearless, but he did not call himself those words, they were given to him, which makes him an exceptional man. When calling yourself a hero or something for something you have done, only makes you want fame and attention. Who do I relate to most? We see Michael Scott here at the bottom left, and he says, sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't know where I'm going. I just hope I find it along the way. While Socrates says, as for me, all I know is that I know nothing. Who do I relate to most? Going back to again, I would have to say Michael Scott in this situation. To say the least, philosophy is a subject that I have found the hardest for myself. I feel like I know nothing when it comes to this subject. I feel like I can study, I can take all the notes, I can pass the quizzes, but it's still not enough. In a way, I feel like people do not understand Socrates' quote, as they might take it as he did not know anything himself. But when you dig deeper into it, it's only the fact that he was not wanting to brag on himself for how much he really does or did know. And that's bullet point number 5. So in conclusion, after taking a look back at the slides that we have seen, different philosophers and how they compare to the TV shows, we see that The Office is more comedy based on fantasy situations, compared to how philosophers back then truly felt about life situations, apologizing, change, healthcare, being a true hero, and relations. And with that, I bring you to my works cited, my 5 bullet points. You can take a look. You can click on them. Hopefully this gives you enough information that you would like to take a look at. And I thank you for your time.